She was featured on America's Sweethearts as well as making the team.
Dallas Cowboys cheerleader, just because my mom worked there and
Yeah.
she was also a cheerleader.
She
So
is Dayton Bramhall.
unfortunately, I don't think that they portrayed that in a great way. I think this is something that I've needed to do for a long time and just haven't had the guts to step away and do what I want to do for myself. I honestly don't know if I even mentally prepared myself. I was just like, I can do the splits, I can do a jump split. I kind of cheated a little bit. Nobody really knows that. I want to dance on the West End, which is like Broadway here.
Welcome back to Blonde Highlights Podcast.
We have a very special guest today. She is a dancer. She was featured on America's Sweethearts as well as making the team. She's a beauty. She's an icon. She is Dayton Bramhall. Hi.
Hi.
So excited to be here.
We are so excited to have you on. In today's episode, we are going to go through Dayton's journey. We are going to go through where she is now, her dance experience, and just all the things Dayton. So how are you?
I'm great. I've actually been, just taking class, living life. I feel like now that I've taken a step away from all of the DCC things, I've kind of chilled out a little bit. So I've just been hanging out with friends, with family, taking dance class, just relaxing and really just having a good time.
Nice. She's like, I'm living my best life right now.
I am.
And
I'm trying to.
Yeah, you just had a trip, didn't you?
Yes, I went to London, which is my favorite city. I actually want to dance there. That's like my biggest dream. So I took a chance and just went out there to meet people and network and take class, and I had the best trip ever. I went by myself. I met so many people, got so many contacts. I networked a lot and I met lots of people. I got to dance a lot and I just had the best time.
Oh, good. What did you think of the food there? Because people either love it or hate it.
I would say like the British food is not for me, but they had amazing like Asian food, like Indian food, Chinese food. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Like all of that kind of stuff. They have a really good it's a big melting pot, I think. So all of their different kind of cultures, all that kind of food is amazing. But fish and chips is, what you get.
A chippy love. You want a chippy?
I love London. It's one of my favorite cities. And I noticed like in our analytics, we have a lot of British followers as well.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah. I've spent a lot of time in London too for modeling. I used to stay in Ascot Vale. Did you go to Ascot Vale?
No. What is that?
I don't even know anymore. It was like years ago, but it was like a little town and oh my gosh, it was so much fun. But so we will get into some questions that we wanted to ask you. And I know our listeners would probably just be dying to know all these answers. So Can you walk us through your journey with dance leading up to your first audition?
Yes. So I've been dancing my whole life since I was 3 years old. My mom was my dance teacher, so I was kind of attached at her hip, walking into the dance studio every day. And so it's kind of natural for me to just take a class.
Yep.
And I actually went and I would go to summer intensives. I trained a lot in ballet growing up, so I did a lot of ballet intensives and trained mostly in contemporary and modern and that kind of stuff. So I really wasn't geared towards DCC style, which is more like hip hop and jazzy. But I loved ballet, just didn't have the body for it. So that was a little bit heartbreaking when I got a little bit older. So I started getting into hip hop and more other styles that I could dip my toes into. And my mom's always worked for the DCC. And so that I knew that was always an option. If you ask anyone that's known me my whole life, they'll tell you I've always said absolutely not. I do not want to audition for DCC. I do not want to be a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader just because my mom worked there and
Yeah.
she was also a cheerleader. So um, it was really surprising when I turned 18 and just out of the blue decided, why not? I'll give it a shot. It's not for me, but I'll try it anyway. And so that's kind of how I got down that path. Is a very random decision
Okay.
one
No.
day.
But what kind of pushed you to go for it finally?
I would say, well, I had a lot of encouragement from my mom, her friends, that were her former teammates. Kelly and Judy, the first time I auditioned, they were excited. They wanted me to just give it a shot as well. So I had a lot of encouragement from outside sources, but I also didn't really know what to expect. And so I kind of, that 18-year-old, uh, what word am I looking for?
Mentality.
Yes,
Yeah.
the mentality. I was very naive. I was just like, whatever, it can't be that
Yeah.
hard. And it was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. So,
Yeah. You're like, I got this. Like,
Yes.
I feel like that's how everyone feels when we all watch the TikTok routines and we see it and we're all like, oh, we could totally do that.
Oh,
We could
yeah.
totally jump split like that. Yeah.
oh my gosh. Yes. Yeah. Even me as a dancer, I was like, oh, that'll be easy. No, it's
It's
a whole other ball game. I think because it's just so go, go, go for 4 hours straight, you don't have really any breaks. You're just on it for 4 hours. It's a lot. It's a lot of endurance and uh, stamina and just a whole other ball game. So,
Yeah. And
We're-
I get that, like, if your mom's in it, like, wanting to do it. Like, my mom was a majorette instructor when I was a kid. And I don't know,
okay.
like, that was really popular in the South, was like the majorette. They're
Yes.
still there some a little bit, but she had performed and competed all of her life and then went into teaching it for my high school. And so, like, there was always that pressure, but all of my, like, talent shows as a kid, I was like trolling a baton.
Yes. Yes. See, you got the talent from it's in your blood.
It's in the blood.
Yeah.
So at some points in the show, they really painted the picture of you following in your mom's footsteps and wanting to be just like her. Do you feel like they captured that in the accurate way? Like, how did that affect everything?
Oh, so this is a tough question because I love my mom and I mean, I can't speak for everyone, but everyone that has a great mom wants to be just like them,
Yeah.
of course. And you want to make your parents proud in any way that is. But I feel like they definitely saw that and took it into a different light than what I experienced from my own life. So
Okay.
I think that they've kind of I actually watching it, I felt really bad, like sad for my mom because anyone that knows her, which is everyone on that show, anyone that knows her knows that she is not a stage mom. She's not gonna push me to do something that she wants me to do. She's gonna encourage me, of course, because that's something that I'm interested in. But she's never gonna be like, you have to do this or else you're gonna disappoint me and I'm never gonna talk to you again. That's not, and that's kind of the impression that I got from watching the show.
Yeah.
But living living that life, I know that that's not the case. And so, um, unfortunately, I don't think that they portrayed that in a great way, but I do think that they got the point across that I do love my mom and I do appreciate her and I do want to make her proud, but at what cost?
At what cost? Yeah, there's a limit and a line. And yeah, I think they really did push that narrative. So it's interesting to see that it was kind of far
Right,
off. But yeah.
right. It was very interesting to me. I
Yeah.
was I was a little shocked because I think they did her justice in saying, she is the life of the party. She is very much always the center of attention when she walks into a room. And so, and I'm very much, I have my dad's personality. I'm very much the opposite. So I
Yeah.
like to kind of just be chill. I'm very reserved for the most part. My mom is the polar opposite. She's wild, she's fun, she's loud, she's funny. So it, it was hard to see her portrayed in that light.
Yeah.
I think it was a little heartbreaking.
Yeah. And what advice would you give to someone trying to define their own path, like outside of family expectations?
I would say, it's hard too. It's so hard, especially when you're in your 20s and you're just starting your adult life and you're putting your foot out there to do what's best for you. Um, but especially when you're growing up in an organization or a, a job where your parents are doing that same exact job, they probably just put a lot more pressure on you, regardless of what it is. You could be a doctor, you could be an electrician, you could be a
Hmm.
dancer. Um, they're always going to, expect more of you because you've grown up around it. But I would just say to just stick to your own path and do what feels best for you. It's not always, maybe that is something that you want to do, but maybe you want to take it in a different direction, or maybe your skills are better for, I want to be a dancer, but maybe I'm going to be on Broadway and be an actress and a dancer. So I'll
Hmm.
use those skills, but in a different direction. So it's all, how you mold into that. And as long as you're doing what you would like to do, and your family's being encouraging, I would say just do you. And of course, try not to stray off the beaten path, but just do you and stick to what you know and try not to, make your parents proud just because.
Yeah.
Yes,
And don't put
exactly.
that all that pressure on. I do feel like there would be a lot of pressure from just going into an audition for one. There's obviously all that pressure, but then that external pressure of like parents and then extending into the family, I feel like it would just add a whole other level of mental pressure, even just like physical pressure. I feel, yeah, that would be a lot.
Oh, definitely, definitely. And, you know, eh, with that being said, I feel like Kelly and Judy are family as well. So I've grown up around them my whole life. They held me in the hospital day one. So that's, that was also hard to be in that scenario with not just my mom, but also people that feel like aunts
Yeah.
or, other extended family to me. It's also the same pressure, I
Yeah.
feel.
So, having tried out again in 2025 and not making it to training camp, how does it feel to close this chapter? What was that all like?
Surprisingly, closing this chapter has been very relieving. And I hate to say that because it's something that I wanted so bad, or I thought I did. And stepping away from it and making space for other opportunities and other career moves has been, I think this is something that I've needed to do for a long time and just haven't had the guts to step away and do what I want to do for myself.
Yeah.
Like what I just said, do what you want to do,
Yeah. Do
but take
you,
it in a
boo?
different
Yeah.
direction. Exactly. Exactly. So um I think that stepping away in itself has been very relieving, and I feel like I have a weight lifted off my shoulders.
Yes, like that
um
pressure.
Yes, yes. And yeah, it was a lot of pressure. And I feel like now I have pressure still to do what I need to do, but it's from myself. It's not from outside sources.
Yeah. And do you feel like what do you feel like you've grown the most from this experience? Like with resilience and finding yourself and trying to figure out what path you want to go on. Like how has that all looked like for you?
I feel like not being accepted, I don't know if you guys knew this, but I also auditioned this past year, and I did not make it to training camp. So that was my fourth time auditioning for a team that I've, grown up around and I
Yeah.
feel like I was made for. And so um, I feel like just learning that I even if I'm not being chosen, that's not for me, you know? Even if it's something that I choose and it's not choosing me, it's not for me. I think that has given me a lot of resilience and just knowing that I just need to keep going. And even though that's not what that's not the job that I got, or that's not the opportunity that I was given, I still have a chance to do something else and something different and maybe something else that, and I'm a very, I'm sorry, I'm being all over the place a little
No,
No,
bit.
you're
no, we
doing
love
I'm
good.
it.
like,
Yeah.
I kind of, I feel like I'm very, I don't know how to describe it. I kind of go with the flow. I'm not like I need to do these things and have my goal. I'm like, oh, I could go down this path, or I could do this, or I could do this, and I'll be fine. I won't feel defeated completely, unless I'm putting all of my effort and all of my energy into one opportunity, which is kind of what I was doing there. So
Mhm.
I feel like learning that is that I can dip my toes into different pools and not feel like if I get rejected by one, I have nothing else to do. I have a plethora of things to go after now. If I didn't get this one thing, okay, well, now I can move on to this. So it's just knowing that there's always an opportunity and it's not the end of the world if you're not being chosen for one thing.
See, that's so inspiring. And I think that your I can never say this word, folks. Optimism, I think is so refreshing and exciting, like, especially coming out of this experience. And I think it does maybe say a lot about just like your character in general of just being able to go and the excitement. I think that that is such an exciting thing for you. Like you're young, you're figuring it all out. And the fact that you are just like, I could go this way, and you're seeing the world as like, there's so much opportunity. There's like so many different things that you could go. There's so many places you could go. I think that that is such a great opportunity or a great mindset for especially young women to have, because I feel like we grow up and sometimes we do think like, I really want to do this, I really want to do this, and then even if you're not trying for it, but your mind could change, but then you do kind of keep yourself into one area. But having the mindset of being like, well, no, I kind of want to maybe try this, and going for it, I think is so badass and inspiring. Like, I think it's a great outlook to have.
Yeah, especially in the entertainment industry, y'all know,
Hmm.
there's so many things that you can do. So even if you start as a dancer, I mean, look at Paula Abdul, look at Britney
Hmm.
Spears, like all of these people have started as dancers and moved on to I mean, that wasn't a plethora of people,
Yeah, no,
to be fair,
Yeah.
examples, but
but they were great
um,
examples. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, no, like these people move on to acting and singing and you know, there's other places that you can move on to even behind the scenes. So I'm I'm never going to feel defeated by not getting a dance job. Do I want to perform? Yes. Does that mean I need to be on the biggest stage with the biggest celebrities and all of the things? No.
Hmm.
No.
Is there like a lesson that you've learned from yourself that like going through this new phase and figuring it out and trying new things? Is there anything from DCC that you could carry with you that would help encourage or help you achieve this?
Oh, definitely. I think just the way that I carry myself now, I think seeing myself on TV was a little, it took me back a little bit because I don't like seeing yourself interact with people. It's a little strange. You're
Yeah.
like, wait, do I really do that?
Yeah,
Okay, that's strange.
yeah.
But I mean, I think that made me rethink, okay, I need to hold myself a little bit higher. I need to not be so down on myself. I need to, I I am capable. I had the opportunity. I was there, I'm worthy. So just knowing that is really important. I think that's helped me a lot.
Yeah.
Um, just knowing that I'm worthy and I think that being rejected time after time, that can be defeating. Um, but just knowing that, it's not just because of you. It's because, all these different factors, and just not being so hard on yourself is really helpful.
Yeah.
Wow. So you've kind of transitioned into teaching dance now. What do you like about mentoring young dancers compared to like when you were preparing for DCC?
I absolutely love teaching dance. I've had the best time. Actually, most of the kids that I teach now, um, all watched me on TV and they were my biggest fans the whole time. It was the cutest thing. And, they they make me cards, they make me like little bracelets. They ask me how my day is. They
Stop. That's so
ask
Oh,
me for
cute.
advice. They're the sweetest thing. And I have always been scared to teach dance. I've always been terrified to do it because it's something that my mom did. And,
hmm
I was always scared, oh, you're just following your mom's footsteps.
Yeah.
But I truly feel like it's something that I was born to do. I feel like I was born to be a teacher and to lead younger kids, especially with dance, because it's something that I'm passionate about, and, learning from the basics, from the foundation, that's where I teach from. And so these kids really appreciate the structure, and which I love because I'm a Virgo and I'm
Yeah.
also
Same.
a
Oh
little
gosh.
bit.
Wow. Virgo connection. As soon as you
Yeah.
said that, I was like, okay, Kyle. And cue Kyle.
Yes, exactly. I'm no, I'm all about the structure. I love it so much, but they do too. And so I think we feed off of each other in that way. And I just have a lot of fun. And they're kind of like my kids at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't have kids or a boyfriend or anything, but these are my children
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
now.
What age group are you
But
teaching right now?
I teach anywhere from 3 to 16.
Oh,
Oh,
So
wow.
wow.
big
Okay.
age group.
I
Yeah.
feel like, so I have two boys. They're my stepsons and they are 9 and 10. So
Okay.
I feel like 3 is like still like a really, really cute, fun,
Yeah.
innocent age. But then like 7 and 8 is like, oh my God, what is happening? And I'm not their teacher. I'm like living in it. So I can't imagine what it would be like to have to like teach and like lead and all of this, a group full of 7 and 8 year
Oh,
olds. No.
little girls.
Yeah,
Little girls.
sassy. Yeah.
They're especially at that age, they're getting into that hormonal stage. So they're very, she's first and I want to be first. And it's always, fights like that. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, let's get over it.
Sounds like somebody else I
But
know.
What? No.
Kyle's over here doing that.
Yeah. Alex just came to the door pointing at Kyle.
Oh my God. No, but I feel like,
That's funny.
teaching dance, you're teaching them so many like life lessons for the future about like, just commitment and resilience, and like it really is training camp for life as well.
Oh yeah. And they do learn, the discipline. They learn, you know, even if they're not going to be a professional dancer, I teach them, if you show up to an audition late, here's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Things like that, like little things, but they do learn, especially when they're young and they're like 9 years old,
Yeah.
10 years old. They'll
Yeah.
never forget it. So those are actually probably some of my most students that
Yes.
they're like, okay, I'll do anything that you say. The 9 and 10 year olds, they're on it because I feel like they're at that age where they can process that and also see the seriousness in it.
Yeah.
And it's if they take it with them as they grow older, that's when they get better. But if they leave it, then it's whatever. They move on.
Some dance teachers. So I did dance for a few years. I did jazz and I did tap. And funny story about remembering things forever. So I was like a chubby kid, right? Like whatever. And
Mhm.
really cute though. No. And my dance teacher was very almost fat phobic of me. And because
Oh,
all the girls in the class were like super thin and I'm like tall and like figuring it out. And I have very hyperextended arms. So I'm going to put my arm out
okay.
in front of the camera right now so you can see.
Oh,
It's like
wow.
super hyperextended. Okay. So
Yes.
when we would do bar work, my dance teacher in front of the whole class, because I would be putting it out to the side, raising it over my head. She came over and told me that literally, I'll never forget it. She's like, ugh. She's like, maybe just try doing this. And she bent my arm in. So I literally had to do my bar work with like my arm was in a C form. So while all these girls are
Oh,
like extending and doing whatever, I had to keep my arm like a C because she didn't like the bend in my arm. And my mom was like, because whenever I'd put both arms out, it looks like a scarecrow. The way my mom went into that dance studio and was like, don't you dare. But that was something that I remember and I took with me. And so I love that you are a very positive teacher and you're teaching all the lessons and you're giving them all the guidance because it's crucial for kids. It's impactful when they have an outside teacher.
oh, definitely. And that we have several teachers at our studio, and we all talk, and we all kind of band together, and we're like, okay, this is what we're gonna do this week. We're gonna
Yeah.
if they don't do this, then we're gonna have to get them, we're gonna have to write their names on the mirror or whatever. You know, right now we're in a space where we're getting very like disciplined, and it's getting to the point where we're having to move kids from different levels and things like that. So there's been a lot of moms at the studio.
Yeah. Oh.
My God. So like jumping back to like cheer, was there like a favorite routine or a least favorite routine that you guys would do? Or you did?
My favorite routine, okay. I had a few. There were some really fun ones. I really had a hard time. I would say my least favorite were all of the country ones because they were just really fast and intricate and just not my style, and I felt really awkward doing them because they were like, make it hip hop, but make it cute, but make it sexy, but do country. And it's like, I
Oh
don't
my
know how to do
God.
all of these things at once. So that was not my favorite, but I would say that my favorite was, I definitely loved Thunderstruck, obviously.
Hmm.
Mhm.
That's a classic. Um, but I honestly, I Move, Shake, Drop was like one of the hip hop ones. I really loved that one. That's one of the ones that they showed me struggling to learn. Uh,
And you're like, wait a second, no, like I loved that one. I had that one on
I
lock.
did. I
Like,
I did. I did. And I still do. I
yeah.
can pull it out right
Yeah.
now. But yeah, I mean that was like the first 5 minutes of me learning it. So fair,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would say that that was probably my favorite. And then Thunderstruck, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
How do you prepare for the jump split? Like how do you mentally get there to even try to do that jump split? And then you all have to do it at the same time and land at the same time.
That's the hardest part, is getting
Oh.
everyone to jump and land at the same time because you're holding on to one another. So if one girl goes down before you, you're going down too.
Uh,
So um, that was the hardest part. I honestly don't know if I even mentally prepared myself. I was just like, I can do the splits. I can do a jump split, I
yeah.
guess,
I
and
can jump.
just go for it. So, I mean, I've watched them my whole life, so I was like, okay, I know that I probably can't land on my front foot first. I have to land on both feet. So I don't, you can kind of cheat it a little bit. Nobody really knows that, but you
Oh.
can land feet first and slide into it, which is
Oh.
Oh.
what I did most of the
Yeah.
time.
She's like, I got the cheat code, hon. Like, hit me up.
But I mean, there, I don't think, I think it's something that you just kind of have to do. I don't think it's kind of like a backflip or, jumping off of like cliff diving. You just do it. You don't, you
Yeah.
don't think, you
You'll,
just do.
yeah. Guessing is probably jump split, but is there a move that you're like, I will never do that again?
Jump split
Uh,
for sure.
yeah.
Um, I don't know if there's anything else. Everything else was so fun and cute and sassy, and I'm sure I've incorporated it. at some point into like my regular classes.
Yeah.
But the style itself is so cute and fun
Hmm.
that I can't really think of anything that there's like, ugh, I would never do that ever again.
Yeah.
But the jump split is definitely one.
Yeah, I would be like, and that happened, and we're gonna forget about that one. We're gonna forget it.
I don't know if my body would let me do
Yeah.
a jump split ever again.
But again, and with all due respect, as a viewer, you're like a lot of the things that you watch, like it's like, oh, like I could maybe try to do that. But like with the jump split, it is just like, how the hell does that even happen? Like I would never be able to even one, I can't do the splits, but like I could never mentally get there. Cause like how you said, like it's like jumping off a cliff or it's whatever. I'm like, are you living in that fear the whole time leading up to doing it?
A little bit, and honestly, you don't have time to think about it. You're doing the kick line, and all you're thinking about is the kicks, and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, I'm done, and it's kind of like, okay, I can land on the floor. Like, it's like, okay, let me sit down for a second. So it's kind of like, let me just throw my legs off and
Yeah.
chill for a second,
Yeah.
and then I'll stand up. So I don't know if that's probably the most relieving part of the whole dance, to
Like,
be
we're
honest.
done.
Yes. Yes.
If you think, what is a song if they were like, y'all can't use Thunderstruck anymore, what do you think would be a good song to replace Thunderstruck?
Oh, I want to say something serious, but I really feel like I don't even know. 'Cause it used to be, I don't know if y'all know this, but it they started doing Thunderstruck, I think 15 years ago. And before that, it changed every single game. The dance was
Oh.
different every
Oh,
game.
I did not know
Song,
that.
dance, everything. And then I think when the new stadium opened, they started doing Thunderstruck. So before it was anything and everything.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
I really don't know. There's like Thunderstruck is so
It
iconic
is.
that
Mhm.
if they took it away, I don't know if they would know what to do.
Yeah. No, for sure. I would just love for it just to be like, it's Britney, bitch. And then you girls all
Exactly. I was gonna say like something like Britney Spears or like
Yes.
Doechii or
Yeah.
something silly.
For the girls. That's so
Exactly.
interesting. I didn't know that. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I never picked up on that. I don't know if they talk about that on the show, but I never knew that. So imagine having to learn a huge, oh my God. Well, it makes sense that they
Yes.
do it this way now.
Mhm.
I'm
Jeez.
sure they appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love Thunderstruck.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
We have a video of us trying to do some kicks
Oh,
with
I
it.
love
Yeah.
I
I
love
almost
it.
kinked my neck. It was bad.
Oh no. Yeah, no, it's not for the weak. It's not even for the people that can
Yeah.
dance, to be honest. It's actually so hard.
And being on the show and like all the girls being such like a sisterhood, is there any like funny locker room stories you want to share?
Um, I mean, I mean, there's nothing like super funny. Like, I feel like everything was very serious when we were
Yeah.
in the locker room.
Okay.
Um, but I mean, like we kept everything lighthearted. Like we would dance around. We would love like everyone would bring candy. Like candy would keep us going the whole time.
Mm.
So
Okay.
the pink starbursts, those were something that I lived off all summer,
Oh,
and
wow.
Alani knew. And I would say just like eating snacks and goofing around, just making TikToks and singing songs. Everyone was just practicing and everyone was stressed out, especially
Mhm.
rookie candidates. They're like, I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah.
So everyone's just kind of nervous. I have witnessed the locker room during the season when everyone's a little bit more relaxed and nobody's in an audition state of mind.
Okay.
So they have a little bit more fun then. But definitely during training camp, it was a little bit more serious
Serious.
in
And
the room.
Okay, so did you guys bring in dog beds to sleep in during audition times?
I didn't, but they do have dog beds with their names on them, and they keep them in their lockers, and they can, before the games, after their practice, they'll lay on them and take naps and things like that.
So fun.
I can only imagine because us, like before we get on to film, we are like sweating. We're like, oh my God. We're like a little bit like bitchy back and forth to each other.
Yes.
And it's never hateful. It's just like, you're always in my way. That's what I said earlier.
She
Oh my
literally
gosh.
cornered me in the room because like the rooms
I cornered you.
You did though. She
No.
comes through, she's backing up. So I have to back up to get her away. She's like, you're always in my way. I'm like, I can't move. Like I'm so big, like I'm gonna knock something down. So I can't imagine the tensions though in that locker room during audition time.
It's actually not as bad as you would think. I feel like everyone's very nice and everyone's just very quiet. It's
Aw,
not.
yeah.
Everyone's just very nervous and on edge. So yes, like there's a few like back and forth, especially between the veterans, they try to make everyone feel a little bit less stressed out, but there's still like that underlying tone that
Mm.
everyone's like, okay, we're in like serious mode. We need to focus. And so, and I don't think of myself as a very serious person. So I have a hard time with that. And so I was, always the one that was trying to like goof around and
Yeah.
talk. And I was like, okay, I need to focus. You're right.
You're like, I'm here for a good time, guys. Like,
Exactly.
do you ever oh, sorry, just like on that, have you ever been in one of those situations? Like, has it happened to you in the locker room where like you're not supposed to laugh, but then you start laughing and then you can't stop because you're not supposed to laugh? That happens to me in the worst situations.
I don't know if that's really happened to me during during training camp or like in the locker room, but that's definitely happened to me. I was that kid at school that was
Yes,
always
yes.
getting in trouble. I was always in the office or in the hallway for
Yeah.
laughing.
Same. And it's
Same.
always the best when you're like in trouble for doing it because it just makes it that much funnier, I feel. And then I can't
Oh yeah.
stop.
That makes it even more funny.
Yeah.
And then it makes it worse. Yeah. Every time.
So what are some goals or like future plans that you have for yourself?
I'm planning to move to London. I'm gonna do it.
Oh,
I
yay.
would That's my dream. So I think if anything that this year has taught me is just go for it, just do it. Why not? And so I had the best time while I was there. I actually dreaded coming home. I was like, I am home. Why am I leaving?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
So
wow.
I think that was a big sign to me, but I just have I want to dance on the West End, which is like Broadway here. Um, that's my dream, and I love the culture there. I love it. That's where I want to go. So I've been thinking about applying to master's programs in the UK and going for musical theater and
Oh.
just going back to school. And yeah, so I'm thinking about things that I've never thought about before.
Which is so
Uh,
exciting.
yes, and yeah, it's just I feel like a whole new person, especially after the summer. I feel like I'm like nothing can stop me. I have to go for what I actually want, and
You got that
why not
fire
try it?
in
Yeah,
you.
that's what I was gonna say. Are
Yeah.
you auditioning for West End? I have a few friends that perform on the West End, and it is
Okay.
so like it's just such another level than just even Broadway in the US.
I think so too. And I think it's a little bit more competitive because it's smaller. I will say you don't make as much money as you make in New York, but
Yeah.
it's still that experience and it's a little bit more quaint and the theaters are smaller. The view is better for the
Yeah.
shows. Um, it's just it's just a different lifestyle there. And I've always loved London. I've always loved Europe in general.
Hmm.
So I would just love to be there. And yeah. That's my goal.
I
Yeah.
truly feel if like there's a place that's calling to you, I truly feel that it's your call to go there. So growing up, I always, my mom never understood it, but I was like, I'm gonna move to California. For like very little, I was like, I'm gonna go because I'm from Toronto, Canada. So
Mhm.
I was like, I'm gonna go. I used to save up anytime like people would give me American money because I had family in the States. I would put it in a jar and like hide it under my deck. And then finally I got to a point in my 20s where I was modeling. It wasn't really working out. And I was like, this is the calling. Like, this is my time to go there. And coming here, I created a whole new world chapter experience. It took me to other places in the world. It eventually brought me back home. But like, here we are now today. We're doing this like really big podcast and like
Yeah.
all of this stuff. And
Yes.
it was just having that inner calling. So it's so exciting that London is like literally calling you and you're feeling the urge to go there. And I think it's just going to lead to such amazing things. And I think it's so badass that you're just like, I'm going to go. Like, I'm going to go for it. And that's something to be said for. So good for you.
Thank you so much. And
Yeah.
yeah, that I mean, that's what I'm inspired by is like people like you. Like just being from somewhere else and just knowing like, okay, this is not the place for me. I belong somewhere bigger, better,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
more
Kyle
in tune
too.
with my lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yes, Kyle.
Yes, Kyle's from Ohio
Yeah,
and
I'm from
she had that calling too.
yeah, I grew up in a tiny little town in southeastern Ohio. It's
Okay.
just real
Yeah. So
country.
I was gonna say very country.
Yeah.
Sometimes her little accent still comes out. She has like a mix of what is it that
It's kind of like an Appalachian accent.
she's got a little
Okay.
yes. So, what is one piece of advice you would love to leave for our listeners?
I would say I just spent so much time trying to fit into a mold that I really felt like I was born into, I was bred for,
Yeah.
it's in my blood, and I still wasn't picked. So just taking that with a grain of salt and moving on and doing what is best for you. Um, whether it takes one time, two times, four times, whatever, try it. If it doesn't work out, move on, keep going. Because I mean, that has been the hardest lesson for me to learn, especially if over the past, four times that I've auditioned for this specific thing. That's been one of the hardest lessons is maybe I'm not good enough, but maybe it's just not the opportunity for me, and maybe I need to go somewhere else and use my talents elsewhere. So just having faith in yourself and just knowing that you are that bitch. You
Yes.
can't
Yes.
you don't need to fit into anybody else's mold. Yeah.
That is great advice.
Exactly. You are that girl.
You're that girl. You're that bitch, girl.
You are that girl.
Yes. Oh, well, before we close out, we have a short little round of cute or creepy. So basically, we will throw a little something at you, and it's just either you like it or you don't. So it's either cute or creepy. Ready?
Yes.
Okay. Fun.
Let's go.
1, 2, 3. Jump splits.
Creepy. Creepy.
Double-decker buses.
Cute. Very cute.
Cruise
I
ships.
like this. Cute. Can be creepy, but I love cruise ships.
Me too.
Personally. I love cruise ships.
High kicks.
Cute. Cute. If you can do them.
Yeah. Cruise ship food.
This is a hard one. I'm gonna say creepy. Creepy because I don't know how long it's been on there.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
The provisions, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, thunderstruck.
Creepy. I'm scared of that dance. I love it, but it's hard.
It's hard.
That is hard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, well, thank you so much for coming on. We know that our listeners would appreciate and be like so excited and inspired by you and sharing your story. You are you're a little baddie on the go right now. Like she's just going to go see the
Aw.
world, and we love it. And we're so
Yes.
excited for you.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
we know everybody knows who she is already, but we will be linking all of her profiles, and we can follow your journey. And yeah, oh my gosh, we should totally have you back on when you're like in London, and you can give us all
Mhm.
the vibes of the London. Take us on a tour. That'd be so much fun.
Definitely.
Oh my
Definitely. When
gosh.
I'm living there, I'm trying to get there before like January. So, or
Oh.
hopefully like early next year. Yeah. I want to
Oh
go
my
like now.
gosh.
So,
Oh my god.
Yes.
If
yeah.
you can go around Christmas time. It is like
Oh, yeah.
So beautiful.
so stunning. It's
I would
movie
love to do
magical.
that.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. That sounds amazing. Yes.
Alrighty, guys. Well, thank you so much. And Kyle, any closing words?
No, I think we covered it all. I can't wait to see your journey
And
from here on.
yeah, and we'll have you
Thank you
back
so
on when you're in
much.
London.
Yes, I hope so. It was amazing talking to y'all. And like I said, I'm a huge fan. So it's like very surreal sitting here and talking to y'all.
Oh,
And
stop.
I'm just
Same.
so happy I could be here.
Oh, we're so happy you came on. So thank you so much,
Oh.
guys, and we'll see you next week.
Hey, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.